Benny Bagels.
Benny Bagel.
Benny Bagels.
Benny's holes.
Benny's rings.
Holes and Benny's balls.
Benny's rings.
Have you tried
Benny's
the balls?
No. Excellent. Well, I really appreciate you, inviting us in and giving a tour. And
Anytime.
letting us taste your balls.
I hope they were good.
They were delicious. Crispy,
Thank you.
moist on the inside.
I had somebody say these are the only balls that my wife put in her mouth. I was just like, oh my god! And other people in the other customers that walked in were just like,
and you're going, what?
What are they talking about?
Excuse me, sir?
Just saying Ben's balls, people would be laughing in the middle of the room, like. It's actually better than my Korean number system. Korean, I might still be like this, But I always enjoyed food. If you talk to my older sister, she's like, Ben, you always made the craziest shit when you were younger. Because we were at home and we were, bringing ourselves in. I was like, hot dog sausage, put a little barbecue sauce on the grill, and do whatever and mix it with onions and she's like, ew, how can you eat that? I'm like, I don't know. I'm still making it. But yeah, I was always into food. And once I got into New York, I would have a bacon, egg, and cheese on an everything bagel. March 3rd, 2020 is when I signed and closed on the store. I was excited, we ended up working for a couple weeks and then we heard about the pandemic starting to pick up or about the virus, going around and making its rounds, and then suddenly it's blowing up to a pandemic, and then it just hearing that the city was closing. And 1 week after I purchased, I was just like, oh my God. I mean, in the beginning of the pandemic, there was lovely people in the neighborhood that called me and said, we want to help you out, but as well help out other places. So they gave me some money to cater to Mount Sinai. So we did a big for Mount Sinai. And sold, and gave bagels to them. I tried to go by the police stations, 114, and the fire stations, and donated bagels to them in the beginning because I had so many bagels, to be honest, and nobody was going out. So, did what I could do. So I worked in the luxury jewelry industry for 15 plus years. Actors, actresses, A-list, and we dress them for all different occasions, and yeah.
What's the secret to a good bagel? Is it the water or is that a myth?
I mean, water takes. I could feel the difference in water, and that could be a factor in the bagels and whatnot, because when I'm taking a shower in Los Angeles versus when I'm taking a shower in New York, it's a different feeling. My body feels completely different about it. So when we go with water in New York and water, I'm guessing that the water will have an impact. Working with the bagels, seeing what causes what, that's just the jewelry in me. So, if you see a shiny coating, that means it got boiled through well. If you see some edges where it's not boiled through, that means we didn't proof it long enough, and then it grew a little. So when it's expanding, that oiled part is not that shiny.
So you do the 4 C's with bagels.
I do some quality control with my bagels also.
I knew it. I knew there was more parallels. I was like, wait, okay. So what other corny jokes can I bring up here? Like the dough, the ring,
Yeah, everything's
There's so many parallels, right?
There are.
It's funny.
So I mean, I think with anything. I like playing sports, and I used to play a lot of different sports. And if I'm starting a new sport, I'll bring in my experiences from other sports into the new sport. And I try to do that with everything in my life, you know. The bagels, I have no bagel experience other than here, learned it, but now I'm taking my experiences from the jewelry world and bringing it into here. So, you know.
Yeah, and your experience growing up in the food,
food industry. Yeah, and growing up in the food industry is just a lot of taste testing and beta testing and whatnot. I want to stay true to who I am.
Yeah, your food reflects that. You know?
And I think a lot of my food I bring in from past experiences. I mean, I went to boarding school, and that's like a lot of the materials that I use for those rice balls we had at the boarding school, and we'd make food out of whatever we could with microwavable rice, gochujang, and a microwave, you know, and what we could put sesame oil, what we could put together. And I was like thinking, what comfort food did I have when I was growing up? So that's how a lot of these are.
It's their origin.
Yeah, there's an origin from like way back, just thinking about what I could do and improve it. So then think of the old things that I used to eat, and then what I could do to improve it to today's taste.
We need you need a bagel and a chuckle. You know what I mean?
Bagel and a smile. That's all we need.
Bagel and a smile.
Yes.
Hey,
I like that.
Hey, if you need any tips with like slogans or anything, I'll keep throwing them at you, and then we'll see what sticks.
Yeah, sounds good.
You know?
Bagel and a smile. I do like that.
A bagel and a smile. Write it down. I'm available for bar mitzvahs, birthdays. So these are the running name right now is Ben's Balls. So Ben's Balls are delicious. So he's got mozzarella. There is some bulgogi beef in there, some kimchi, white rice, and then he finished it on the outside with a little panko, and then the gochujang mayo on top. A little bit of kick at the end.
Cheese. But what we'll do is we'll get our mayo. It's a gochujang mayo. So we do gochujang and mayonnaise and some other things. Put it together. That's my secret sauce.
That's the secret sauce.
That's the secret sauce. And then we got the eggs going. Alright. Cooking up the eggs. And then I have a process. What we do is eggs first, right? Then cheese. Put it on top. And then what I'll do is get the meat, or no, the kimchi on the bottom. Then the meat on top of that. Healthy amount of meat, about a 1/4 pound. Then I want the cheese in the middle so it melts between the meat. And the meat, what it is bulgogi, a marinated ribeye that we do for about 1 day.
You source the ribeye from, you go and get it from an actual butcher?
Yeah, I get it from a butcher. Yeah, they cut it for me, thinly sliced, you know, everything. So, after it's cut, we got our sandwich.
I've been coming here for years. Like I want to say like 5 to 7 years before like Ben bought the business, and then it was good. But when Ben took over, he just added like a different spin to it. It was say a little more lively. He had a better experience with his customers. He was able to connect with them and really knows how to treat his customers well. And like stuff like that is what makes me want to come back. I would rather come here than like a Dunkin' Donuts or like a McDonald's to get a breakfast because of that. I love small business. I come from a small business family, so yeah. So I love coming here. You know, I come in. He knows my coffee right away. Boom! I walk in. He makes my coffee the way I like it. Makes my sandwiches. Sometimes he'll read me based on how I come in. I'll come in. I'm tired. Like, look like you need a bacon, egg, and cheese today. Like, that's what I'll get from Ben. I'm like, oh, you need an S&B today.
He reads you.
Yeah, he knows. And yeah, like I love that. Like I come in, we could joke around, and you know, it's cool because it's like we're friends now. It's not like I'm a customer and he's a business owner, so it's cool. Like,
That's awesome.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
Literally, I think before Discord, Reddit, and everybody picked us up, I was probably 1 to 2 months out from closing down. Yeah. So it was to the point where I only had $2,000 in my bank account and I couldn't pull out another loan. So I was like, maybe this isn't right, and maybe pack up and go back to Los Angeles. That was very close to me.
You were considering it at the time, huh?
We were close, yeah. We were very close to closing down.
And the community really rallied around.
Yeah, they really rallied around me. So
It's your home, man.
it was real tough, and I was just like, oh my god, no days off, working from whatever hour to whatever hour, and doing that. So
Damn, man.
oh,
You pulled through. You
Yeah.
pulled through.
I did, and you know, I have my team to thank and friends around me that helped me during the pandemic. You know, they're no longer here, but they still come by. And, community, definitely. Reddit, definitely. Discord, definitely. Tika, definitely. Donnie from Comfortland, he's, you know, giving me some mentorship too and ideas. You know, and all the social media influencers, whoever, you know, posted on and not charged me.
Showed you guys some love, yeah.
Yeah, and they didn't even charge me for any of the posts. So I was just like so grateful to them. Thanks for coming. Support small businesses. You know, much love to the Astoria community and everybody who supported me throughout the year. So yeah, hopefully we'll build and can bring bagels and smiles to people.
A bagel with a smile?
A bagel with a smile. I don't know. The thing is, you can't see the smile. All you see is my eyes getting smaller.
Behind this mask, I'm smiling at you.
Right? The less I see, the more I'm happy.
That's good.
So yeah,
That's good.
the happier I am, the less I see.
The happier I am, the less I see.
Yeah.
Sorry.